Hi there. I'm excited to make a video for you. Sorry I'm a little rough and ready. I'm getting ready to go to the climbing gym after this, so I'm in workout clothes, but I'm making these pretty fast because I'm actually going through my teas pretty fast, and I realize if I don't start making the videos, I'm gonna run out of the teas that I'd like to show. One thing I did want to mention, and I apologize for this. So I am not announcing the company that I get my teas, that I was getting my teas from. I'm finishing those up, and I will start getting from companies that I can announce a little bit more. Because it really is like local town teas, and so it gives a little bit more information away about me than I feel entirely comfortable giving out on YouTube. If you do live on the East Coast of the US, I think that's pretty vague enough, and you want to reach out to me personally and ask where I get my teas, they do deliver actually probably anywhere on the East Coast. If you want to reach out to me personally, I'll tell you the name. I'll send you their website, but it is a little too close to home to just announce to everybody on YouTube. Especially if I know your handle on YouTube and I know you're a regular watcher, I'm happy to share it. So today I am going to go from herbal to green to black because I have that option. I have my black tea steeping, but this one can steep for a while, so I'm letting it steep for a while. The one I'm gonna start steeping right now, so I'll have it ready after my herbal, is Houjicha. So this is a green tea. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Let's see. So this is a classic style of Japanese green tea made with roasted tea leaves. I like the tea leaves really roasted and flavorful. Oh, I can smell it before I've even stuck my nose in there. And stems from the autumn and winter harvests. I didn't know that. So it smells like a nicely roasted green tea, but this one is running out. I've only probably got maybe 3 more cups out of it, and my husband likes it. So he's been drinking it. So this is recommended for 180 degree water. So I actually put some tap water in here because I'm going to use my thermos, which is over here, which keeps the water warmer than that. And it says 1 tablespoon per 8 ounces. I do it by eye because I'm a bad tea snob. I do have a spoon that I use sometimes, but mostly I do it by eye because, so here's the thing, I'm a bad tea snob, but tea can be however you want it. I like this steeped really well, so it's supposed to steep for 3 to 4 minutes. I may steep it a little bit longer because I'm bad like that. And I'm gonna put in my water here so it can steep while we're talking. And I did forget to get another cup because I want to pour this out after I'm done steeping it, or it will get kind of bitter. So this I'll talk more about the flavor after when I drink it, but it does have a beautiful kind of grassy, roasted smell. And the tea I'm going to start with, let's see, is actually my herbal tea. This is one of my go-tos, and this, I am trying to kind of pepper in stuff I can recommend. So this is stash tea. This is licorice spice, and it is a really lovely herbal tea. So I've been searching around. Like I said, I was trying to find videos and podcasts and things on tea tastings, and David's Tea does have a tea tasting podcast. I think it's called Steep Time something. I forget. I'll try to put it in the description notes. But I'm into season 2 of their podcast, and they were talking all about licorice tea, and the one that I just listened to. And it was talking about licorice root and how licorice root is so wonderful because it kind of coats your GI tract, so your throat, your stomach. So it's good for stomach aches. It's good for me, it's really good. I use it when I sing sometimes because it's not like when you drink milk and you get kind of a phlegmy feeling, but it kind of coats your throat. And so it's kind of nice for keeping my my throat kind of open and warm while I'm singing. So here is the one thing. I do like tea bags, but you don't get the smell. I'm gonna open this one just so I can smell it, but it's one of the things that you miss out with tea bags, is you don't get to smell them the same way. So this smells very licorice. It smells a little bit floral too. Let me see, what's in this? Sorry, I cannot read this very well. All right, you won't be able to see me as well, but I'm gonna turn this light on. And I'm gonna grab a cup for my green tea when I'm done steeping. So I turned the light off in here because it made the light a little bit better for the video, but then I cannot read the boxes. So, let's see, does it anywhere give me just like what's in it? Welcome to our world of tea. We know tea is your catalyst for strength, comfort, energy, and moments of serenity. It is for us too. That's why it's our life's work to share the joy of tea with the world. We believe tea should do more than just satisfy. It should take you on a flavorful journey. Tea is in our soul, and we exist to share that bliss with you in every cup. We aren't just makers of the tea, we are tea people. Oh, that's sweet. So that's Stash. Most people probably, at least in the States, I don't know if it's as popular international, but Stash is easy to find. Okay, so here's what's in this licorice root. And that is important because a lot of times we flavor things that we want licorice flavored now with anise because it's a very similar taste, but you need the licorice root to get that kind of coating for your stomach or your throat if you're using it kind of more for medicinal purposes. Licorice root, cinnamon, orange peel, star anise. So it's got the anise in it too, but licorice root is the first ingredient. This ingredient is not intended to use during pregnancy and while nursing, or if you have heart disease or high blood pressure. I've never seen that on a tea before. That's interesting. But I know licorice is potent, so you do want to be careful with it. It's got vanilla extract, sarsaparilla, orange oil, natural cinnamon flavor, clove bud oil, and cardamom oil. Interesting. I can smell cinnamon. I can smell licorice. I don't really smell anything else. That doesn't surprise me. Licorice is a very kind of overpowering flavor, and this is a licorice tea, so that's what you want it to taste like. So my guess is the other spices just kind of balance it out, so it's not too... licorice can kind of numb your mouth, I think, a little bit. I've noticed that, almost like cloves. So they probably don't want it too licorice flavored. So no real scent from the tea itself. So it just is really a comforting tea. I enjoy it quite a lot. I like this one. I think if I got like one that was loose and maybe had more licorice in it, I don't know that I'd like it as much because it might be too coating and it might have that kind of phlegmy feeling, which I don't want, obviously, when I'm singing. But this is a bedtime tea for me, or this is a before bedtime tea. This is my evening. I need an herbal. Most of my rehearsals for singing are in the evening, so this is one I will take to rehearsal with me a lot. I actually did last night. I had a nice licorice. It's not a real strong licorice flavor. Again, it doesn't numb your mouth. It's just a real treat. Is there any other information on here that I should read? This unique nectar-like tea will have you hooked. Oh, sorry, my eyes are so bad. You'll love the aroma and the complexity of the blend's delicious, lingering flavor. I don't know that there's much aroma, even, hot or cold. The naturally sweet taste of licorice root and aromatic spices make this tea wonderful hot or iced. I don't usually drink it iced. I'm actually drinking it cool right now because it's just cooled down, and have been drinking it earlier. There's a little bit more of a scent when it's hot, but not a lot. So I do like this one. It's also, here, I'm going to pour a little bit more just so you can see it. This is almost the end of it as it is. Ooh, that's a lot. It's going to take me a while to drink now. So it's a pretty clear color. It's nice though. So now I'm going to pour myself this green so it doesn't oversteep. So this is the Houjicha. So again, it's a nice kind of rich brown. It's a beautiful color. I'm really getting into drinking my teas in glass so I can see it. Okay, so this smells fabulous. There's something about roasted flavor. So this has a smooth flavor with accents of chocolate and barley. I don't know that I've ever tasted the chocolate, but I've definitely tasted the barley. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting chocolate, but the barley flavor is very strong. So, especially because I've been adding that roasted barley to my drinks already. I think I've got a little bit more in here that I want to pour in. This is a sweet little teapot. It looks little, but obviously it fills up a great big cup. So definitely a hit. It's one that is going fast in my house, and so I wanted to do a tasting with it pretty quick here. So the black tea for today. I wanted to do something that was more autumn. I'm trying to drink some more seasonal teas. The idea of seasonal teas is fun for me. I love kind of working with the seasons and thinking about what season it is and what it's a good time for. And this apple cinnamon spice is good for the season. So I've had it for a little bit. We still have quite a bit of it. It's not my favorite tea ever. So I'll kind of explain it. The smell is very appley. I don't get much cinnamon. I get It's an interesting, I'm getting almost like a medicinal spice kind of thing in it. And I think it may be the cloves. Yeah, it's definitely got, or maybe the orange peel. So it's a black tea with dried apples, cinnamon, clove, and orange peel. I believe it's the maybe orange peel that's giving it almost like when you have like cough syrup and it's orange flavored as a kid. They're trying to mask it, but it's got that, it does have a medicinal smell. And maybe it's the combination of the apple and the orange. Yeah, because I don't think I smell the clove much. Okay. So, let's see. That's the smell. It's a medium-bodied tea with notes of apple and warming spices. I don't taste the cinnamon too much in it. Here, I'm going to pour this out. Yum. So it is a really pretty tea. Just the brown of teas is really growing on me. It smells a little bit appley. Smells mostly of tea. So you're supposed to use 1 teaspoon per 8 ounces. I obviously used closer to 3 teaspoons probably for this big pot, because it probably makes about 18. Yeah, it's about an 18-ounce pot. 212 degrees for 4 to 5 minutes. I have steeped this longer, again, because I don't think it has the strongest flavor. I need to get a little bowl so I can start showing you the tea itself. I don't think you can see it well. I think especially as I start getting fancier teas, I'll start doing that. I don't know if you can really see. I know you can't see it when I kind of pour it out in my hands. Yeah, you can't really see that. But there are like chunks of apple that you can see. It mostly looks like black tea with chunks of apple. Maybe some of the things that look like apple are orange. But I'll have a little saucer I can pour out the tea into, especially as I start doing reviews of David's tea or teas that you can get online if you like the review. So I'm going to sip this. So the only real flavor I get with this is the apple. I get tea and apple. Not a bad thing, but not spice. I don't get clove. I don't even really get the orange, and I definitely don't get cinnamon. I get apple. So it's one of the reasons I've had it for a little while and it's sitting around. It's not that it's bad. It's not that I don't like it. It's that I get excited by the name and then I'm not excited by the flavor. This might be good as a iced tea. Problem is I make iced tea mostly for my son, and I try to make decaf for him because he tends to drink iced tea when he gets home from school, and he only has, 4 hours or so before he's going to go to bed. So giving him a bunch of black tea at that time, probably not ideal. So I may let this tea sit for a little bit and see how it is cold and maybe add a little ice to it and see if I like it. I may like it better like that. But that is my tea tasting for today. So we had stash licorice, we had Houjicha, which is a really common tea. If you like roasted green teas, you can get a Houjicha from almost anywhere. And I think they're going to have that same kind of roasted flavor. You want to get a good one. Don't get a cheap one. I mean, you can get it. I am very economical in my teas, but I do like getting loose leaf green tea because then I can control how much I steep it, and I can control how much of the leaves I put in if I want it a little bit richer. So I do like having the loose tea for that option. But we all need a tea bag every once in a while because it's just the easiest thing to grab and go. And that's why I have a shelf full of tea bags, as well as my area over here with all my loose leaves. So we're working through them. I'm doing good. I'm drinking a lot of tea. So thank you guys. I'm glad you guys like these. I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I will talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.